I met somebody else who had stomach issues with me. So a lot of people don't know I have an IBS. And I met somebody else who had IBS, and we was kind of talking about this. And he was like, yo, give me a call. And when he gave me his phone number, it said 614, the area code. And I was like, hey man, you be in Ohio? Cause this girl just told me that a grandma out there is so-and-so, so-and-so. He was like, just stick to the stomach, bro. Just stick to the stomach. So then we talked for a while, just about medical shit. And I ended up stopping in Columbus on the way to Chicago, and I bought some weed with me. And they bought it all. I had like 3 ounces to smoke for myself, and I'm ate it up. And the dude I'm talking about was like, see, you can make some money out here with the weed. Leave that alone. That's me.
Before the millions, before the fame, Cam'ron was making calculated moves in places nobody expected. In Ohio was the secret play. Everybody talks about Dipset like it just popped out of Harlem. Nah, this was bigger than music. This was strategy. This was business. This was real street economics turning into a hip-hop empire. In this clip, Cam'ron breaks down how a random conversation led him to Ohio and how the profit margins out there were so crazy, it changed how he moved completely. We're talking about turning small plays into big money, learning different markets and building connections that most artists never even think about. Him and Dipset were able to leverage that mindset into success in the music business as well. Now I'm about to let y'all hear this for yourselves, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts on this down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
You know, our first 2 weeks of this season, man, it looked like you trying to run for something. Some suits is looking, let me straighten out my shit. What you running for council out there, son? You been looking real clean, man. Everything, the suit's looking good, the background, you got your microphone this week. Yo, you looking real good, man.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Well, you know, the fans wanted me last week or 2 weeks ago. You had some resident Ohio brothers on here, Pac-Man and AB. Yeah. They caught some criticism, so I just wanted to show a civilized version of Ohio.
Columbus. There you go. A Columbus version of Ohio, man. I don't know if they too civilized over there. And in Youngstown.
That makes sense, Mo. It looked like you running for like city council or something. Yeah, I know the colors.
That's what I was saying. Like, because you know, murder with that council, all the colors mean something.
Yeah.
They be meaning something. Yo, Mo, let me ask you a question. Go ahead.
No, the tie was for solidarity for you.
Okay.
He was going through a whole lot on the internet. So this is a pink tie.
Oh, it's the pink shit. Okay. I thought it was red for me. I got my shades on. Like, yeah, they pink. But listen, let me tell you one thing. I know y'all my brothers. Don't worry about me. I got clip after clip after clip. And I don't shoot strays. I'm a sniper, so I'm always good, bro. Yo, I wanted to ask you though, real quick. What do you represent more, Youngstown or Columbus?
I'm from Youngstown.
I know.
So I represent Youngstown.
Okay.
I'm a Youngstown until the day I die, but I live in Columbus. So I've had half my life in Youngstown and half my life in Columbus. And most people know me from playing football at Ohio State, but at the core of it, it's just like you from Harlem, I'm from Youngstown, but I live in Columbus, and they've treated me well in this town.
Got you.
It sounds like you're trying to rep both, you know? Who am I to say that?
Oh, you're from Jacksonville.
You know. Yeah, I was just about to say.
Harlem, right?
I'm about to say. I was just about to say, who is he to say where he's from?
Who am I to call the pot? You know?
Call the kettle black.
Right. Okay. Well, Maurice.
But I had a question for Cam. Like, it's timely that you asked that, right? So somebody asked me something, right? Mm-hmm. So they was like, I got a question for Cam, and it was a question I didn't know the answer to, right? So, obviously I listened to your music and I understand why you was in Ohio, right? Mm-hmm. It's clear why you was here. But they said, how did Cam get to Ohio? And I couldn't ask him. And I was like, why did you choose Ohio, to trap out of? And I just thought I asked that for the person who asked me the question.
That was a really good question. That was a great question. I got statute of limitations, so I can talk about it. Well, but it didn't pan out like that anyway. So this is what happened, and that's a great, great question. So I knew a female that lived with this. She lived in New York, but she was from Ohio, and I was going back and forth to Chicago anyway. When I was driving Chicago, like Ohio, you had to ride through there, not through Columbus, but towards that way. And I always seen the sign. So I had a female lived in New York, and she was from Columbus. And we was having a conversation one day, and she was like, yo, you know, a grandma has $350 out there. I said, yeah, $350? She said, yeah. I said, I don't believe you. She called her cousins, and they verified it by phone. So I sent her out there to get everything situated, because a grandma in New York at that time was probably, if you knew somebody, 60, 70, maybe $80. So the turnaround was crazy. But she went out there, money up and everything else, and it never panned out. And so I met somebody else who had stomach issues with me. So a lot of people don't know I have IBS. And I met somebody else who had IBS, and we was kind of talking about this. And he was like, yo, give me a call. And when he gave me his phone number, it said 614, the area code. And I was like, hey man, you be in Ohio? Because this girl just told me that a grandma out there is so-and-so, so-and-so. He was like, just stick to the stomach, bro. Just stick to the stomach. So then we talked for a while, just about medical shit. And I ended up stopping in Columbus on the way to Chicago, and I bought some weed with me. And they bought it all. I had like 3 ounces to smoke for myself, and I'm ate it up. And the dude I'm talking about was like, see, you can make some money out here with the weed. Leave that alone. That's me. So don't bring that out here. And I didn't sell. I was just throwing parties because I didn't want to go to jail. So I was charging $1,000 to get in a party to smoke the best weed and everything else. And, you know, I ended up meeting some good people. You know, shout out my man Pop Joe. R.P. Chubby was out there. A lot of people don't even remember my nerd because he went to jail before Pop Joe. But yeah, I met some good people. But it was over a conversation about which I never indulged in.
There we go.
That's how I got.
Well, I listen.
But the weed
history of Cam being in Ohio.
Yeah, that's how I went.
Wow. Well, you were always a businessman. As my boss. Y'all know I was shit.
That was good.
I'm just saying.
Yo, fam, McGregor, you gotta think about that turnaround. Because listen, I don't know if y'all people know the movie Traffic and everything else, and it's based, you know, it's really kind of realistic, and it's kind of based out of Cincinnati, some of it. And no disrespect, I'm not talking about the athletes or anything else, but a lot of these kids that go to these schools are functional addicts, and a is an early drug. So you can have it. You could be working at 4 in the morning and be finished at 8 in the morning and make $90,000, especially at those prices. If you buying it for 60, and then you got a decent connection, and you keep coming back, you might get it for 50, and you selling 1 gram for $350 stack. You know how many grams is in a kilo?
I don't know.
You went to school at least.
I don't. I don't.
All right, so it's 1,000 grams.
Calculate.
So it's 1,000 grams in a kilo, right? So
Yes.
if it's 1,000 grams in a kilo, and you're selling at $350, and you're selling it in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
You would take the chance to. Maybe not you, but I'm just saying, depending on your situation.
Yeah. Same mindset. Yeah, that's crazy.
He putting stat in the trap is crazy.
Even
relating it, math.
Even back then, you buy a pound for like 6,000. You know, it's cheaper now. But I'm saying it's 5,000-6,000, and then you could get it off out there for like 10,000, 11,000 because they didn't have good weed. Then if you break it down to ounces and just be selling $1,000 ounces, you know how many ounces in a pound?
There's like
Never mind, yo.
Y'all, this is not a test. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I didn't know if they teach that in school too. I mean,
yeah, but I went to school I haven't taken math since 10th grade.
See, me and Myrna went to school for science and mathematics. I said the science. I focused in on the math. That was actually the name of our school, man, Center for Science and Math.
Oh, dang. Yeah, fun fact for me, I'll just say this so people don't think, dang, how you went to Miami and didn't know this. I stopped taking math in 10th grade because I did all my academics in middle school because I was too advanced. So by the time I got to junior, senior year in college, I was taking college classes. I just want to make that clear. It's not, off the top of my head, it's not clicking, but English and stuff like that, cool. The math, I can discount because I shop a lot, but that's about it. So.
You stopped taking it in 10th grade?
Yeah.
That's lit.
I was calculus, and so then I did AP, and then I did college credits. I was done.
You did calculus in 10th grade?
Yes.
I got to call cap on that.
It's literally written down. You could see that I had my college credits done in high school.
Ooh, that's deep. I thought I was the only one that passed the SAT with flying colors.
Well, I'm just saying, for me, the thing about it for me, I stopped doing math when letters got involved. I couldn't do nothing with it. I wasn't with that.
This right here is why Cameron has always been 10 steps ahead and people didn't even realize it. A lot of people hear stories like this and only focus on the surface. They hear Ohio. They hear the hustle. They hear the numbers. But what stands out to me is the mindset. Cam was never just moving. He was observing. He was learning different markets. He was adapting in real time, and that's something that most artists never do. And that's why Dipset was never just a rap group. It felt like a brand. It felt like a system. And that comes from thinking bigger than just the moment. It comes from understanding value. It comes from knowing that location can change everything if you play it right. And here's the part people overlook. Different regions create price gaps. And those gaps are where real business opportunities are made. That applies to music. That applies to branding. And that applies to digital marketing today as well. The same concept, just a different era. And I respect how Kim tells it. No glorifying, no fake stories. Just real insight in how timing and awareness can open doors for you. And that is the type of game people need to hear more of. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think Cameron saw the bigger picture before Dipset blew up? Or was it all just timing and luck? And how much do you think places like Ohio really played a role in building what Dipset became behind the scenes? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.